Hi everyone, it's Maddie. So today, long time no see, I am filming a Madalada video. I don't know what to keep my glasses on or not. Because I don't like the glare, but I also want to wear my glasses because I wear my glasses all the time or I get headaches. Anyways, long time no see. I did a webcam video a while back, a little bit ago, just because I don't know when this is going to get posted. This is the 7th of August, Monday the 7th of August 2023, when I'm filming this right now. But yeah, long time no see, guys. I do want to come back to this channel, but I've just been struggling. If you haven't watched the last two videos I did, because it was a part 1 and part 2, because I did it on my webcam, but I pressed the wrong button, so I had to film another video. If you haven't seen that already, I do recommend going and watching that, because it kind of explains why I've been finding content so difficult to make. I'm not going to repeat myself too much in this one, but yeah, if you're interested in the full explanation, I guess, well, a bit of an explanation at least, go check those out. But yeah, today I would like to make a video on hypermobility because I've been very fascinated by it recently. I actually have mild hypermobility. I have mild hypermobility. I actually hurt my thumb from, I call it my little party trick. I can bend both my thumbs, but I've irritated this knuckle where I've been bending my thumb out of place all weekend because my friend came down for her 21st birthday, and I kind of, this weekend, I don't know why I keep showing off the fact that I can bend my thumb, bend both my thumbs, but now I've made my thumb irritated. But I get achy hands anyway, so it probably would have ached anyways, but I think I've irritated my knuckle from bending my thumb out of place a bunch. Yeah, but it was my little party trick, you know. But yeah, the glare on the glasses is really annoying me. So yeah, it's my little party trick. But my hands are very clicky. Hold on, I'm gonna be quiet so you can kind of hear. And I'm a very clicky person in general, but I will show you. I'll do it one more time because I've been doing it too much. I actually used to be able to do this without it hurting, but now it hurts. But I did it so many times it hurts. I can bend my finger like this and do that. And this hand, I can kind of bend it and it clicks. And then these thumbs, I discovered a little while ago that I can properly bend my thumb proper out of place. I can bend it back further than that as well. Hold on. There we go. It really hurts. Oh, okay. Ow. No more doing that for a while because it really hurt. And I can do the other one. Hold on. I'll do it one more time for the video, and then I need to stop doing that for a while because I'm making my thumbs hurt. But yeah, okay, enough of that for a while because this thumb has been killing me all day. Like this joint and this knuckle. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, that feels weird. It feels very loose right now. But this one doesn't feel as loose, but this one, oh my lord. But anyways, it has been killing me all day. And I think it's because I've been doing that a bit too much. And I don't want to have an achy thumb all day tomorrow. I mean, I get aches in my hands anyways. My hands are quite weak anyways. But I think I've been doing it a bit too much and it's irritated it. But yeah, I just think it's cool. Honestly, I do think it's cool. Yeah, I wanted to make a video on hypermobility. I did some research, so we've got some facts for you guys about hypermobility, so I'm going to read some now. So, hypermobility, here we go. Hypermobility, or double jointed. Joint hypermobility syndrome is where you get pain and stiffness from having very flexible joints. Symptoms of joint hypermobility syndrome include joint pain and stiffness, and regularly spraining or dislocating your joints. Treatment for joint hypermobility syndrome usually involves exercise to help protect your joints and painkillers if they're needed. Joint hypermobility syndrome can run in families. The joints are loose and the skin is stretchy because the tissues they're made of are weak. This is from the NHS I just read. If you're wondering, my source is the NHS. This part is also the NHS website. Or if you're not from the UK, the NHS is the National Health Service, and they have a website and they have a bunch of like different conditions and stuff that you can read about on their website, if you're curious. If you're from the UK, you should know what the NHS is. But yeah, if you're not sure what that is, now you know. Anyways, what are the signs of hypermobility? Joint hypermobility syndrome, pain and stiffness in the joints and muscles, clicking joints. I can get mine to click. Listen. Can you hear that? Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Click. Hold on. Oh, you can't hear that one. I can just feel it. And I can get my wrists to click. Did you hear that? Hold on. Oh, it's not going to do it now. Hold on. I don't know if you can hear that. It's very quietly clicking. Oh. Ow. Oh, okay. I need to stop that because I'm going to be in so much pain later. Like, I was having fun showing that my thumbs could bend, and then I woke up this morning and oh my god, my thumb has been killing me all day. So yeah, let's try and not do too much of that. I've already got enough pain as it is. But yeah, carrying on. Joints that dislocate, brackets, come out of the correct position easily. I'm still reading the list, by the way, of signs of hypermobility. Fatigue, so that means extreme tiredness. Reoccurrent injuries such as sprains, digestive problems such as constipation and irritable bowel syndrome, or brackets IBS, or dizziness and fainting. What are the 7 signs you have hypermobility? These additional symptoms can include frequent dislocation of joints such as jaw, shoulder or kneecap, chronic fatigue, chronic muscle and bone pain, some heart conditions, elastic skin, bruising easily, and repeated sprains or rolling of the ankles. This part of information is from, so the list and what I just read is from www.physicaltherapyoregon.com. Back to the NHS website. I'm scrolling through my screenshots, by the way, if you wonder why I keep just suddenly changing sources really fast. Joint hypermobility syndrome is when you have very flexible joints and it causes you pain. You may think of yourself as being double jointed. It usually affects children and young people and often gets better as you get older. See your GP, apparently, according to this. If you often get tired even after rest, keep getting pain and stiffness in your joints and muscles, keep getting sprains and strains, keep dislocating your joints, brackets they pop out, bracket, have poor balance or coordination, have thin stretchy skin, or have bladder and bowel problems. How to test for hypermobility in your hands. See, I googled this part because I've got mild hypermobility. I went to a rheumatologist a little while back ago and he said I have mild hypermobility. And when I was 17, I went to a doctor for something to do with like a consultation about my hips, I think. But he was like examining all of me. And he said that I have, what was it? Better control of my tendons than other people, and that's why I can do that. So, yeah. How to test for hypermobility in your hands. The Beighton score is a test that measures joint hypermobility, brackets flexibility, bracket. It involves simple maneuvers such as bending your pinky little finger backwards to check for joint angle. The Beighton, I think it's Beighton or Beighton, is spelled Beighton. The Beighton score uses a 9-point scoring system. The higher you score, the more flexible your joints are. Beighton? I don't know how you say it, but it's a score system. And this is from the Cleveland and Clinic.org. But I'm going to read, am I hypermobile or just flexible? Hypermobility often masquerades as flexibility. A hypermobile person can often perform stretching activities with apparent ease. However, on examination, their muscles can be very tight. Mine are already tight, I've got cerebral palsy. Anyways, it seems counterintuitive until the movement being performed is closely observed. That was from perfectbalanceclinic.com. But, on to the part I want to talk about. The Baton, I don't know how you say it. I might have to get Google Translate to help me, but there is a scoring system for hypermobility, and I found this really, really interesting. So, several researchers appoint a score of 0 to 3 as normal, like normal joint bendiness, and a score of 4 to 9 as representing ligamentous laxity. Laxity. According to... Okay, a score of 4 or more out of 9 indicates generalised hypermobility of the joints. So basically, if you get on this Baton score test anything above 3, you have some type of hypermobility, is what this is saying. The Baton score is a popular screening technique for hypermobility. This is a 9-point scale and requires the performance of 5 manoeuvres, 4 passive bilateral and 1 active unilateral performance. It was originally introduced for epidemiological studies involving the recognition of hypermobility in populations. Therefore, the scale was well suited, being easy and quick to perform in large numbers of people. The criteria of the Baton score, or Baton, I'm not quite sure, were the first used to recognise hypermobility, and this method has been in use for 30 years. It involves evaluation of only a few joints and does not include other involved systems. The Baton score is a modification of the Carter and Wilkinson scoring system of 1964 because passive extension of the fingers was too severe. It was replaced by passive extension of just the little finger beyond 90 degrees with the forearm flat on the table. So, yeah. There are disadvantages to the Baton score that I'm going to have to go on Google Translate and find out how you say it. But apparently the disadvantages of this scoring system though are it samples only a small number of joints for examination. That makes sense. So what they're basically saying by this is because it only shows a select number of joints in the scoring system, it can't take into account all the other things that are affected by hypermobility, like I read before, like bowels and bladders and pain and stiffness and collagen, which we haven't even got onto yet. But yeah, it's saying that it's basically not including all of the factors, which I agree. And then it is an all or none test, so basically it's good for like widespread, like a group of people to get a general gist of if they have hypermobility, but not for like diagnosis, for example. You'd have to go to like a doctor or something. But yeah. Yeah, basically. Now, I was Googling the causes of hypermobility. And interestingly, one of the main causes is it's thought to be genetically determined changes to a type of protein called collagen. Collagen is found throughout the body, for example, in skin and ligaments, the tough bands of connective tissue that link two bones together at a joint. Collagen is the main structural protein found in skin and other connective tissues, widely used in purified forms for cosmetic surgical treatments. So basically, collagen, I know that collagen's in like a bunch of stuff, it's a structural protein, isn't it? But it said that, how do it word it? It's a change in the collagen, basically. And from what I've gathered, hypermobility is basically where you're more flexible because it's actually weaker It's not as strong as it should be, so it bends differently, which is very interesting. And then, because I have fibromyalgia, at first I googled if it was linked to cerebral palsy, but I couldn't really find much on that, to be honest. But then I googled, is it linked to fibromyalgia, because I have fibromyalgia. So I wanted to see if there was any overlaps. And it says fibromyalgia and joint hypermobility are common coexisting conditions among younger females that are often accompanied with additional features of autonomic dysfunction. Mental health is frequently impacted with these conditions, and an association with neurodivergence has been recently established, which I thought was interesting. And then it's also hypermobility, I know, is commonly associated with like Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. That's a big part of the criteria for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. That's something I do know, because it's to do with the connective tissues being weaker in the body. And then I googled like about hypermobility in general, and it said about are hypermobile people weaker? The connective tissues of hypermobile people are weaker compared with non-hypermobile people, because that makes sense, because it's able to bend. And therefore, muscle needs to be twice as strong to stabilise their joints and to be able to function normally. And something interesting I thought was, it uses twice as much energy on simple tasks, which will lead to fatigue and pain if they're not stabilised, which I thought was really interesting. And then, going back to the Baton score, I'm going to have to Google how you say it, but going back to it, the main points of it are 1 point if you can place your palms on the ground while standing with your legs straight, 1 point for each elbow that bends backwards, 1 point for each knee that bends backwards, 1 point for each thumb that touches the forearm when bent backwards, 1 point for each little finger that bends backwards beyond 90 degrees. However, here's a point that I've just realised. It's on about bending backwards, but with hypermobility, I've seen people that can bend stuff forwards, I've seen people that can bend stuff sideways, backwards. It's only focusing on bending backwards on the scale system that's associated with it. It's only talking about bending backwards, so therefore I would agree with what was said earlier about it, the con of it being that it doesn't take into account all of the factors of hypermobility and what can cause it and how it can be presented in people. So that's interesting, definitely. But yeah, I thought it was really interesting, to be honest. It's a really intriguing subject. Yeah, it's really interesting because it affects everybody differently. I feel like a lot of things, like, people are always going to be affected differently from one another, and you find similarities and stuff, sure, but you most of the time find differences as well, because everybody's different, everybody's their own person, and conditions are no exception. Sorry, my phone keeps buzzing and it's actually kind of irritating. Hold on. Trying to film a video here. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to mute some messages right now because it's just going to keep buzzing. There we go. I'll turn it back on when the video's done because I don't want the background noise to just be that's annoying. But yeah, I'm going to put my glasses back on for a bit. But yeah, oh, and my camera battery's flashing, wonderful. But yeah, I just was really intrigued by the subject of hypermobility recently. I was mainly inspired by the fact that for most of the weekend I've been thinking about the fact I can bend my thumbs. I mean, I've known for years I can bend my pinky, and if you look, it's this one, I call it my baby now because it's ridiculously tiny. And it doesn't end where it should be, it ends here when it should be here. I call it my baby now. And my baby finger, because it's smaller than everything. It's smaller than it should be, and it's very interesting. So I thought it was always bending because of that. But now I've realised I can bend my thumbs, so I'm just a bendy person apparently. I want to try bending different stuff, to be honest, but also I know it's not very good to, like, bend it all on purpose, you know? Like, my thumb has been killing me today, and I know I get achy hands anyways and achy wrists anyways, but I don't think that helped, you know? But, yeah. It's a very interesting subject. If any of you guys in the comments below want to talk about your own experiences or, like, things you've heard or anything about hypermobility, that'd be very interesting. Because I think it's interesting, a very interesting subject. But yeah. Oh, before I end this video, I want to know how it's actually pronounced. The Baton. Let's see how it's actually pronounced. Because I've probably been butchering the pronunciation. Right, I'm gonna make a guess. It's Baton. That's my guess. That's my final guess. It's Baton. My final guess. Hold on, I'm getting it up. Right. Really? I was right the first time? Oh, hold on. Biden. I was right the first time! Oh, no. I was right the first time. You know what? I was right the first time. I only changed it because I doubted myself. I was right the first time. It was Biden, not Baton. So I'm going to take that as, I don't know, a point. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to go because my camera battery is flashing at me. But it was good to film a Madalada video again. It was definitely interesting to talk about hypermobility a little bit. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll find out more stuff of me can bend. But for the moment, yeah, it's just my pinkies and my thumb. Hold on. Oh. I don't want to start bending myself about, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to. Follow at Madalada Munden -2 if you want to. That's my Instagram. And until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully see you guys soon. Bye guys. Hopefully you found the video at least interesting or educational, or if you have like some type of hypermobility yourself, you found it relatable. I just hope it was a good video. Bye guys!